Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. In today's video, we are going to look at the new Natasha Denona Golden Palette. This palette was a surprise to me. I didn't think she was actually releasing anything for the summer, so when I saw that she was coming out with a new release, I was super excited because if you've been watching my channel, you know that I pretty much buy all of her midi palettes and her minis. There's a couple of them that I don't have that I didn't pick up, but for the most part, I usually like to pick up her palettes because I really like them. So I want to give you a little bit of background on this palette. There's actually a whole set of products that you can pick up. There's a highlighter palette and then a plumping lip gloss. And while I love plumping lip glosses, I personally think I'm probably not going to get a lot of use out of the highlighter palette. There's definitely one shade in there that would be too dark for me. It does retail for $55, and then the plumping gloss is somewhere around $29, and I kind of thought I don't really need that either. So I just picked up the palette. Here's what it says. It retails for $69, but before I forget to tell you guys this, if you order on the Ulta app, you'll get 15% off with a code. So if you have the app, it should come up right as soon as you get in there. You'll see it, and it does work on this palette. So you can also use somebody's code. There's so many people out there that have codes. There's Patty 15, and then there's Morgan Turner Makeup. I think that's a code also. I think Leah Janae has one. So there's a bunch of content creators that have 15% off if you want to shop at her website. So here's what it says on the Ulta website about this palette. A new and elevated 15 shade version of Natasha Denona's iconic gold palette in her signature formulas designed to create mesmerizing golden looks. The golden eyeshadow palette combines versatile golden earthy hues and rich statement metallics in her pro-level user-friendly formulas. So it says it has 7 soft mattes and 2 finishes, cream and pressed powder, 5 ultra shiny metallics, a glistening gold nude sparkling foiled formula, a champagne chroma crystal topper with a diamond-like sparkle effect, and a new sparkling wet effect formula in a golden nude. So there are some people that don't like her creamy mattes. That doesn't bother me. I like her formulas. So it's paraben free, it's mineral oil free, it's UV filter free, and D5 free. I have no idea what D5 is, so it's probably some kind of ingredient. Maybe some people have some sensitivities to that, because that's the first time I've seen that. So here is a look at the palette on the Ulta website, so you could see it there. And now we're going to look at it live. So it comes in this beautiful gold foiled packaging. It's almost looks like molten gold because it's actually got like a divot in here, or like it looks like a wave of gold. And then here's the inside of the palette. I'll give you a good, so I can make sure I have it in frame. So that's what the inside of it looks like. It's got the holes in the back if you like to rearrange. Of course, my fingerprints are getting all over it already. And so let's just get into it. Let's go ahead and start a look here. I'm really excited about this. I just love her palettes. And I'm going to start off, well, let me do this. Sorry about that. Let me show you. I did swatch it for you on the back of my arm here. And if you want to screenshot it or pause the video, that's what it's looking like. So very pretty. It's a lot more neutral than I thought it was going to be, but that's fine. I like that. Okay, so I am just going to take the lightest shade and I'm going to put that all over my lid I have no plan here. I'm just gonna go with what moves me. So that's the first shade. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with a deeper shade. It's funny because another thing that I want to mention to you is this is supposed to be an updated version of her gold palette. Now, I didn't have the gold palette. If you have the gold palette and it's still functioning, like it's still working for you, there's 9 shades in here that are repeated. So if you have that palette, I'm not sure it would be worth picking this up unless you really want it. But just wanted to mention that. So I'm going to go in with the shade Aria. And I'm going to start to blend that into my crease here. And I'm going to go in with a lighter shade, and that one is Sandstone. And I'm actually going to use that to kind of blend out this other shade. So the next shade I want to go into is Varus. I wonder, is this a shimmer? Yeah, there's the shade Varus. So I am going to, there's not a lot of deep shades in here, so I'm going to try using this shade and start building it like right in the corner here and bringing that in. The next deepest shade after this is Log, and that I know that's from the original palette because people that have the original palette have said that that is a repeat shade. Okay. And now I need to decide, what do I want to do here with my lids? For my lid, I'm going to go in with Kava. And I'm just going to use my finger. She said you could use a brush or a finger. So I just wanted to show you how that's looking so far. And then I want to try to go in with like a lighter shade in the inner corner here. So I am going to try, this feels like it's creamy, this shade, Nubia. And I'm just stamping that like in the inner corner. And this one is really gold. I'm gonna go in with the deepest shade, which is Log. That's Log. And I'm gonna use this Shadow Moon. It's like a shield, like a shadow shield. And I'm gonna try to use this to guide. I've never used this before, but I want to kind of create like a wing, like I want to lift it. Oh yeah, that worked pretty good. And this is nice because you can wash it, it's reusable. Okay, and then I want to take, I'm going to take this lightest shade, or it looks very light anyway. I'm going to take this lighter shade and just place some in my inner corner here. just to brighten that up a little bit. Like Milko, which is the other lightest shade. I'm going to put that under my brows. Okay, so I think I'm good on the palette. So now I'm going to go in with the tattoo liner. This is from KVD Vegan Beauty, and I'm just going to line my lids. I'll be right back. Okay, so eyeliner is on, and now I want to add the Natasha Denona concealer. This is her new concealer, and I love this concealer. I think it is awesome. I'm trying to stick to all Natasha Denona products for this video, so I wear shade N4 in case you're interested and you're my shade twin. And then for bronzer, I just went in with Natasha's Bronze and Glow. This is a mini palette. So I used her bronzer and I used that highlighter on my face. So, and then I also need to do mascara. I'm going to use the Tarte Tartelette. This is a tubing mascara. So I'm going to do this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, mascara is on. So now I'm going to do a cheek product. I have a couple of options. I swatched a few of Natasha's products on the back of my hand here, and hopefully I remember which one I did. I know I did the Rose and Glow, and that's a mini. And then I also did the Bloom set there, and then I also have this one, this blush, which also has like a gold highlight. I think the one that will go the best with this, given that we're so golden, I'm thinking I'm gonna use this one. This is a much older palette. I think you can still get it, but I just wanna, I'm so bronzy that I just wanna give myself like a pop of color, and I wanted to use something from Natasha. So just to give it like offset that bronze a little bit. So, but I can tell that this is starting to get a little old because it's not as creamy. It's still performing. Yeah, it's still performing, but you know how products get after a while. Of course, I use my products until I can't use them anymore. I mean, makeup is just getting up there in price, so. Okay, so that's what we have here. And in case they do still sell this, this is made in Italy. It's palette 14, and the two shades are Tutu and Golden Coral. So that's the Natasha Denona blush. And then we're gonna finish it off with lips. And I also wanna use Natasha Denona. I only have one lip liner for her, and I'm running out of space here to do swatches. But the name of this is Illona. And then I have 3 of her lipsticks, but I think this one is gonna go the best. They almost match each other. So let me go ahead and line my lips, and I will be right back. Illona is on, and now the lipstick that I'm going to use, the shade is Noah. It's from her I Need a Nude. I believe it's from her I Need a Nude collection. Okay, I think that goes really good with this. And then I don't have a gloss from her, but I think what I'm gonna do is, because it's kind of, we've got this gold look going on, I think I am going to add a little bit of gold to my lips. I just have to find something with gold in it. So give me one moment, I'll be right back. Okay, so for gold, I was able to find this Tower 28. I don't know how it's gonna look on top of this, but it's definitely got gold in it. There it is. Yeah, I think that gave it like the gold, like the shine that I needed. Okay, so this is the finished look with the Natasha Denona Golden Palette. I think that these shadows perform beautifully. I'm not surprised at that. We did use, let's see, we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think we used 6 shades. There's 15 in here. Yeah, just absolutely stunning. Not surprised, I really like it. For comparison purposes, like I said, I have quite a few of her palettes, but the two that I would think that people would be most curious about is the bronze palette. This came out a few years ago, and that's how the bronze palette's looking. While it has some neutral shades in there, I would say this is more, so while this has some neutral shades in it, I would say this is much more warm than the golden palette, if you're curious about that. So lovely palette, love this palette, think it's great, but it's very, very warm and bronzy. And then the other one would be the I Need a Nude, another palette that is like just stunning and beautiful. This also is more neutral to me, and I think while it has some pops of warm shades in it, it's kind of like more, I would say this is like more cool toned. So that's just my opinion, but I think that's how it differs from golden. Whereas golden, I think, is a true golden neutral palette. So I think people that love golds, of course, will love this. But if you're more of a neutral person, I think you would really like this palette because it really has a lot of neutral shades. The downside to this palette, in my opinion, is if you look at these, you look at these swatches, some of these shades look, I mean, yes, this is a brighter gold. This is more of a, more of a gold, and this is, I don't even know how I would describe that one, like a deeper, warmer gold. And then you've got, you've got these other shades here. You only have 2 deeper shades. That's a matte. That's not a matte. We use that shade. And then you've got like these two look very similar. These shades right here that to me look very similar. There we go. I think it's this one, and this one. And then, like I said, you only have that one dark shade. This is not a matte. So, but I still used it to deepen up my look, and it's very pretty. And then you got 2 light shades. This is the one I put in my inner corner, and this is the one I started with. And then I put it under my brow bone. So I also am not sure how many looks you can get out of this palette. I think after a while, the looks would start looking the same. But that I'm a lay person, I'm not a makeup artist, so maybe a makeup artist could make several more looks out of this. I'm sure Natasha could make a lot of looks out of this. But for me as just a makeup enthusiast, I find that this, I'm not sure how many looks I can really get out of this. I probably would do the same look over and over again, or very similar to it. I did pick up her eyeliner. She has a couple of her eyeliners on sale at Ulta right now, if you're interested. This came out with the Yucca release, and I always wanted to get this one because I think with that palette, this would look great. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I think that this, if you wanted to change up the look, you could add a deep green and blend that out and sort of change up the look. You know, you can do, you know, you could lean towards a shade like this and then deepen it up with one of these other gold shades, and I think that would look really nice. This goes on really nicely, her eyeliner, and it stays on all day. So they've had them on sale for a couple of weeks now. When I went into Ulta yesterday, because I ordered on the app, I used the 15% and then I picked up in store. And then I used a bunch of points on it too. So that's what's nice about Ulta, is you can use your points to help you out with that price. So that's my thoughts and feelings on the palette. I think it's a beautiful palette. I do love the look that I created. If you know the look there. But like I said, you know, if you're really good with color and you're, you know, maybe a makeup artist, or you're, you know, you're very good at looking at palettes and doing a lot of different looks with them, then I think you would really like this. If you're a neutral lover, you'll like it. If you love golden tones, you'll like it. But like I said, you might, you know, run afoul of just having the same looks over and over with it. I'm happy with it. I'm glad I picked it up. I love the performance of it, and love all the other Natasha Denona products that I used today as well. So I will have everything listed below that I used on my face today. And that is the end of the video, my friends. I hope this was helpful for you. I do believe that 15% at Ulta ends tomorrow, the 9th. So if you're interested in getting this palette and you want to pick it up locally and get that extra 15% off, then like I said, that ends tomorrow. If you're not already following me, please give me a follow and join our little makeup family. Hit that like button if this video helped you and you liked it, and comment down, leave us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, follow me over on Instagram. I'd love to be friends with you over there. So I'll see you soon. There's more to come. Thank you so much for watching.